Hey yo, I can't put my finger on what spirit that is. Oh my God. Yeah, what is that? I can't nail it. It's been 4 years and I cannot nail that spirit, but it remind me of Yvonne. Remind me of Yvonne, what she called herself my spiritual mother, but she wasn't. Looking back at it now, looking back at it, she was a spiritual, uh, she was someone that prayed predator. That's what that was. And she was a nice woman, nice person, but someone in the church that was older, wasn't that much older than me. I say about a good 10, old enough to be like my aunt. Not motherly, not around my mother's age, my parents' age. Old enough to be like an aunt, um, or a older sister. You know, that kind of age. You know, and and somebody they assess your situation. Say, oh yeah, she a single mom. Oh, she had abortion. Oh, she she been abused like me. Oh, she don't have family. She an outcast like I am. Familiar spirits. And when you think about it, the whole thing, the whole, the whole entire thing, the whole so-called relationship was one-sided. It wasn't a two-way, two. It was through what you call it, a voicemail, answer calls through voicemail, or she would mail me stuff, even though she lived in the same city, lived in Baltimore, you know, but yeah, I mean, that's the same, that's the same spirit. It reminded me of what my son Joshua went through when he was in foster care, and he was in a group home and was molested by his foster brother at 7 years old. It reminded me of when I was molested in Joe Witness at 4 years old. It's a predator spirit. That's what it is. It's a predatorial spirit. Yep. And it comes in different forms. It only comes when that person is weak. When they're younger, when they're in their youth, and they're young, and they have a dysfunctional family background, and the person is older. They older than that person, or worldly, more worldly. But bottom line, they more experienced, more they worldly. They more experienced than the individual, or they in the same age group. They part of the same age group, and they pick. They actually pick. They smart. They actually pick. How I gotta word this? They pre-select the person. The person don't. Sometimes the person pick them out of out of out of desperateness or ignorance, and the older person uses that. They use that, and they know they don't tell that person no. Get away, stop. They'll use that for their their I gotta see, this happened with Joshua and it happened with Yvonne and it happened with me. I gotta word this. They'll use it for their benefit. And they'll use it for their benefit for years. It could be months, years. The most important, the most transitional stage of that person's life, or during the stage of the development. They say, "Oh, you don't have a daddy. Well, I'll be a daddy. Oh, you don't have a mommy and a poppy. Well, I'll be your spiritual mother, or I'll be your big sister, or I'll be your mother, or I'll be whatever missing piece." Oh, you don't have a relationship with God? Well, I'll teach you about God. Oh, they want to know what your religious background is. Oh, what happened in your family with your religious background? Oh, you don't go to church? What church you go to? What happened? What happened at the church that you went to? Oh, okay. So it was something happened there too. Okay. So I'll be like a god to them. So I'll be their religion, or I'll be their spiritual mentee, or their spiritual whatever. That's how tarot cards come in. That's how you get the psychic reading. Psychic reading. That's how you get homosexuality things coming in there. That's how you get molested spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You get trapped and you lured in, and the whole time that person might be a man or a woman age wise, but mentally and spiritually they a kid, and that person know it. Or you got somebody, you know how they used to play a house, playhouse, mamas and papas, and they be humping on each other, be very sexual as a kid. You got the cousin, oh, let's go over the cousin, and they touchy feely all on you and stuff. That's how it is That's how it is in the world, in these churches, and that's the same spirit. It's the same spirit. It could be the same age group. Well, I'll be your cousin, or let's play house. You know, you ain't got no friends. Well, I'll be your friend. Friends. Where it's one sided. It's all they call all the shots. They ignore your feelings. They ignore. They ignore what your wants and your needs are, and what you. They completely disregard you, and they exploit you, and use your talent, and use your vibes, and use your gifts, use your youth, use your energy sappers, dream sappers. Years go by, months go by, y'all. But I'll be your friend. And you trusting them, you think something tell you in your mind as a kid, this don't feel right, this unsafe. But you think you can, you know how young people is. They feel like they can change things and nothing can affect them. They think they invincible. They think, oh, ain't nothing bad going to happen. I trust them. And people like that, they abuse and they use that trust the wrong way. I don't know what, man. I don't know, y'all. For some reason, me being 55, and me being being alone the way I had been. Oh, I've been very sensitive to certain things, certain spirits, and certain things that I noticed, that I knew was going on, but I just disregarded. I just disregard. But recently, I'm like, nah, no. That's the same spirit like Yvonne, and that's the same spirit like my son, like that boy that molested my son Joshua, and like that lady, that teenage girl that fondled me when I was 4 years old. It's the same spirit. Ain't no different than, it's not no different than my son's fathers, two fathers, and what they did to what they did to my kids, my oldest son and my youngest daughter. Ain't no different. You know, you gotta be very careful. Ain't nothing wrong with staying alone, staying to yourself, and staying away from churches and fellowships, church fellowships and and ministries and 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 people like that. Ain't no when there's a red flag like that, when there's a red flag like that, and there's a warning. Some things, some things, you feel a warning and you feel danger. Strange, it ain't stranger danger. It's predator. Like they got a sexual abuser list for people that just prey on kids. Same thing in the. It's the same thing in the spirit. That Holy Ghost will warn you. They'll even use the Holy. They even lie on the Holy Ghost. Read the Bible for yourself. Read the Bible for yourself. Go in, pray, pray, pray by yourself. Pray by yourself. Fast and pray by yourself. Do communion by yourself. If you gotta do communion by yourself, do communion by yourself. It's a lot of fellowships that's doing communion and doing. They got these ministry of music and stuff, and it's secular as I don't know what. It's so secular, it's so worldly, it's so perverted, and it's so carnal. And trust me, the more you read the Bible, the more you study about and read the Bible, the more God will talk to you. God will chastise you. God will purify you. God will correct you. The more you read the Bible and the more you stay isolated, people think it's bad to be by themselves. No, it's not. No, it's not. Get off of social media. Stay off of social fast. Get off of social media and fast. You know, stop going to these crazy churches. Stop fellowshipping with any old thing. Joining this any old thing because your family member is in it, or your spouse is in it, or it's something that your friend or your neighbor they invite you to go to, and you think, oh, well, if they going to, then it might not be. It must be okay. And you go along to get along. No, what's okay for them ain't okay for you. It's not for your faith walk. It's not for your journey. If you die right now, you going to say to the Lord, oh, I went into that church because so-and-so told me. And then the Lord will say, but did I tell you to go? No. All right, then. You following the fellowship could send you right straight to hell. But I went to so and so church and I did this and that and I fellowship with this and that person. But did I tell you to do that? Did I lead you to that person? Did I tell you to go under that person? Did I tell you to go to this a particular spot? No. See, I know your mindset. I know your heart. I know your makeup. I know your development. These people don't care. They, all they see is you of age. It's like a predator. You of age to have sex, so I can do whatever I want to do to you. Or even if you ain't of age, they think, well, some people perverted. They got perverted minds spiritually. And say, oh, they act too grown. They 12 years old. They got big titties. They develop fast. Oh, okay, I can do whatever I want to. And that's how it is. Some people develop physically faster than others. That's how it is in the spirit. That's how these ministries do you in the spirit. They got a criminal mind. They got a narcissistic spiritual criminal mind. And they perverted. They don't see you the way God see you. Say, hold up. Don't you go don't you go and follow don't you go and follow them. It's not about an age thing. It's about how I see you you are mine. Don't you follow under them. A lot of times you don't feel right, you feel uneasy and you don't feel right and you can't put your finger on it. It be years and you can't put your finger on why is it there's tension and you can't go, or you go and you feel uncomfortable. You feel this is not right. No, this ain't right. This is not right. No matter how much pressure your family put you under, no matter what your spouse or what your children say or what your neighbors say, whatever they say, this is not this is not right. And don't got nothing to do with God already have you in a ministry. You already got your own ministry. It ain't got nothing to do with it because it's a lot of preachers, a lot of guest preachers, it's a lot of preachers visit churches, other people's churches. A lot of times you get a more powerful word from the guest preacher than the local preacher. Beware, y'all. Beware. Beware. Be careful and beware. Beware, beware, beware. Take your time. I guess that's why the Lord had me reading Genesis. Start from the beginning. Said you ain't been reading. You had never read the whole Bible. You never read the entire Bible in your life. You 55 years old and ain't never read the whole Bible. You read books of the Bible, but you never read the entire Bible straight through. You had the daily bread, read the Bible in a year, but have you actually done it? Have have you ever? How many times have you read the Bible, complete Bible all the way through, and you got multiple Bibles in your house, in your apartment, and you've been going to different churches, and not one time read the whole Bible? Y'all. Make that make sense. It don't. Y'all. Okay, let me get off of here. I thought I dropped that down. But I don't know. That spirit is strong. It is so strong. It is so strong and it's wrong. It is so strong and it's so wrong. I've been talking to my son Joshua the past 2 weeks, and last time he been saying, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's deep. That's really deep. And then the past 3 weeks, what's been going on? Y'all, be still. Be still. You ain't gotta keep going you ain't gotta keep going to the to you ain't gotta keep going to the church house. You ain't gotta go on people's YouTube or people's ministries to have church or to have a relationship with the Lord. Trust me, if you got an intimate relationship with God, God the Father will tell you what to do and how to do it for you. He will tell you what diet. He will tell you how to eat, what to put on, where to go, who to fellowship with. Where to worship. He will show you people. He will actually show you who your real friends are, who your real family is. And the Lord will keep you in peace where you ain't worried about whether or not you got people around you. Because I used to be scared. Say, oh my God, I'm going to die alone. Oh my God, I'm going to die in here by myself. Oh my God. Oh my God. I ain't got no kid. So I made up my own family out of disobedience. Had 4 kids, 6 kids out of wedlock. Disobeying God. Y'all. And what did they get me? Nothing. Y'all, God will tell you. He will tell you what to watch. Show you what. Like recently, I've been watching Touched by Angel. It's been on Netflix. I said, oh, Touched by. I remember that show. It's my favorite show. I watched the first episode of the first season. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, man. I didn't remember this episode. What? Y'all. I was watching that, and that ministered to me. I was like, oh my God, this was a good show. You know, you know, God will tell you what to drink, how to comb your hair, how to do your hair, where to go, how to exercise, how many times to exercise, little things, the littlest things that we take for granted. You be acting like you by yourself, and the whole time God right there telling you, right there with you. You be worried. That's the thing. That's what's messed up with with the world. That's what's messed up with the world. They think that saying saying that you only somebody if you got physical people with you. If people there, if physical people there with you all the time. If you got a whole bunch of people around you got a whole bunch of followers, a whole lot of people. If you travel around the world and y'all please. I don't know not one person in the. I don't know not one person in the Bible. Well, I can't name none that needed a whole lot of people. They need a whole. I mean, the good people of the Bible. They need a whole bunch of people around them to be satisfied. Be satisfied with life. Seemed like the ones that was the most powerful, they was by themselves. They was most powerful by themselves. Their self in God, y'all. Let me get off of here. Get off of here. But yeah, that spirit is strong. That is strong. I don't got no intelligent, no fancy word for it. I don't have no kind of no no kind of fancy terms for that. But I know it's unsafe. That's that spirit is unsafe. If you feel like that, stay away from it. Stay away from it. It's not good. It's not a good. That's not a good spirit. And that spirit don't mind. That spirit don't mind. That spirit tags on you. It leeches on you, and it attaches itself on you. And it don't mind, don't matter how long, it don't care how many years, it don't care how long it's on you. It don't matter. That's why when you first introduce it, when you first connected to it, and you feel unsafe, you gotta have a plan. Like a domestic violence thing, you gotta have an escape plan. Always have escape, have a plan out. You ain't crazy. Get out of there. Stay to yourself. Say no, no. Say no. Say no to that spirit. Say no. No early. Say no early. What you mean? What you mean no? No is a full sentence. I don't want no. I don't want no part of that. No, no. That's not what my son said to me that my uncle James told him, and I forgot. Next time you tell me that, I'm gonna write it down because that was some deep stuff with my uncle told Josh. For folk like that want to put pressure on you, and they ask why you can't do this and this and that. Oh, that's what he said. He said, "Mom, only go back and forth with that." He said, Uncle James said, tell him I'll think about it. Man, I said, you know what? I'm going to use it. That means I'll think about it. That means you ain't going back and forth with that demon. You not explaining nothing and nothing like that. You said, I'll think about it. Or like religious people, it put pressure on you, put pressure on you. You say, well, I'll talk to God about it. I'll pray about it. And leave it at that. Leave it at, don't go back and forth. But I'm telling you now, follow your gut. I know it hurt when it comes to your spouse and family members and people that you care about, and they don't really care. They don't really care about you. They don't really respect you or care about you. They want you to join in like it's a cult. Like it's a they want you to do because they get points or brownie points, or they get approval points for how many people they can recruit, the family members or whatever they can recruit. They ain't never respected you or value you or value your opinion about anything before. So why now? Think about it. Why now? Why now? That's how them cults and that's how them kind of people do. That's how my spiritual mother. That's how Yvonne did. That's how that guy did. Joshua, from what Joshua told me, y'all. That's how that girl did me when I was 4 years old, and my mom to this day blames me. My mom to this day. That's a whole nother story though, but y'all, mm. It ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with you standing up for yourself. It ain't never too late. It ain't never too late to stand up for yourself. If I had the mindset that I got now, back in my 20s, in my early 20s, it wouldn't have been Trust me, it wouldn't have been no. It would have just been me and my oldest son. Me and my oldest son and and his father and I. Wouldn't have been all this the crazy stuff going on. Yeah, her, yeah, but your adult children, they gotta learn on their own. Let it go. Let that stuff go and let them learn. Let them learn the way, not the way you had to learn, but let them learn on their own. Something, something, and some, some journeys, some journeys, God designed or God allowed them to go through it differently than what you had to go through. There, it might look similar to what you've been through, but it's different, different, different generation, different, totally different. Let it go. What can you do? Nothing. You like, okay, the husband ain't there, the father not there to say nothing. The father not there, the husband not there to say nothing. What can you do? Let it go. Give it to God and let it go. Stop praying on it. Stop praying about it. That's another thing. Stop praying about it. What is you praying about something about people that ain't even praying about you? They praying about you, all right. They praying about you, all right. They, okay. Be careful. Be be very careful. You gotta do a no contact. No contact means just that. It means no contact in your spirit, physically, mentally, emotionally, no contact. Doing a no contact is healing. It is revolutionary. It is so revolutionary. It is so healing. It's healing of your heart, of your mind, your body, your soul. Doing a no contact on your children. No contact of your spouse and your parents and your community that failed you. No contact. Oh my God. Your hair start growing. Your skin start clearing up. You start losing weight, child. You get wisdom. You get smarter. You get rest. You get more rest than you had before. When you no contact people. When you change your number and change your address. And I ain't talking about physical address. I ain't talking about the street that you live on. Y'all, let me get off here. Be blessed.